Hello everyone. The first month of a newborn's life is the most fragile and the most decisive period for its survival. Understanding how India engineered a systematic response to protect this critical window is essential. Let us explore the India Newborn Action Plan, its strategy, evolution, and implementation framework. Structured across three levels of care, namely family and community, outreach and subcenter, and health facility. The story of this plan begins with rapid mobilization from a global catalyst to national execution. In June 2014, the global Every Newborn Action Plan defined the worldwide strategy. This triggered a paradigm shift, moving beyond maternal survival to focus squarely on the critical linkages that drive neonatal mortality and stillbirth reductions through the reproductive, maternal, newborn, child, and adolescent health strategy. In response, India launched its own India Newborn Action Plan in September 2014, customizing evidence based interventions for India's unique demographic scale. Before this plan could be built, a strong foundational infrastructure and baseline already existed. On the screening scale, 8 crore children had been screened, with 10 lakh identified for tertiary care under the Rashtriya Bal Swasthya Karyakram. In terms of infrastructure, the country had 14,135 newborn care corners at delivery points, 1,810 newborn stabilization units at community health centers and first referral units, and 548 special newborn care units at district hospitals. The workforce engine was powered by accredited social health activists who visited 12 lakh newborns in the year 2013 alone. This was all built upon a strong policy foundation, including the Janani Suraksha Yojana of 2005 for demand-side financing, the integrated management of neonatal and childhood illnesses of 2007, which trained 5.9 lakh health workers, the Navjat Shishu Suraksha Karyakram of 2009 for resuscitation training, and the Janani Shishu Suraksha Karyakram of 2011, which eliminated out-of-pocket costs. The India Newborn Action Plan operates as a multi-sectoral engine driven by 6 core principles, all converging under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. These principles are equity, focused on reducing disparities in 184 priority districts, gender, addressing declines in female sex ratios, quality of care aimed at achieving triple returns on investment, partnerships with Panchayati Raj institutions, self-help groups, academia and the private sector, outreach and sub-center strengthening, and accountability through civil registration and vital statistics. This engine converges with multiple sectors, including women and child development, Panchayati Raj, social justice and empowerment, water and sanitation, rural development, urban development, and food and civil supplies. The master blueprint of this plan consists of 6 intervention packages delivered across the 3 tiers of care, namely family and community, outreach and subcenter, and health facility. These interventions are categorized as essential, meaning implemented universally, situational, meaning based on epidemiological context, and advanced, meaning based on health system capacity. The first package focuses on scaling preconception and antenatal care. At the family and community level, this includes reproductive health measures like delaying marriage and spacing births, nutrition support through energy, protein, periconceptional folic acid, maternal calcium, iron and iodine, birth preparedness, and situational malaria prevention. At the outreach and subcenter level, this includes screening for anemia and hypertensive disorders such as pregnancy-induced hypertension and preeclampsia, preventive care such as management of mild to moderate anemia and maternal tetanus immunization, and adolescent-friendly services with interval intrauterine contraceptive devices. At the health facility level, this includes advanced management of severe anemia, gestational diabetes, and syphilis, situational screening for hypothyroidism, hepatitis B, and HIV, postpartum family planning, and prevention of ARG disease through anti-D immunoglobulin. The second package focuses on safely escalating care during labor and childbirth. At the family and community level, skilled birth attendance and clean birth practices are essential, and hand washing alone reduces sepsis mortality by up to 40% in the postnatal period. The outreach and sub-center level acts as a crucial triage node, where identification of complications and timely referral takes place, along with crucial pre-referral interventions by auxiliary nurse midwives, including antenatal corticosteroids for preterm labor and antibiotics for premature rupture of membranes. At the health facility, which forms the apex of this package, emergency obstetric care, both basic and comprehensive, reduces intrapartum neonatal deaths by 40%, along with advanced management of preterm labor. The third package focuses on securing the golden minutes of immediate newborn care. At the family and community level, a thermal and hygiene shield is created through delayed cord clamping to reduce anemia risk, early initiation of exclusive breastfeeding, and prevention of hypothermia through immediate drying, head covering, skin-to-skin contact, and delayed bathing. At the outreach and sub-center level, vitamin K is administered at birth to prevent hemorrhagic disease, along with basic neonatal resuscitation. At the health facility level, advanced neonatal resuscitation is provided. The fourth package focuses on sustaining healthy newborns through the critical first 6 weeks. At the health facility and sub-center level, immunization is provided, covering BCG, oral polio vaccine, hepatitis B, and DPT, along with clean postnatal practices. Throughout this 6-week window, trained ASHA workers conduct home visits, performing core functions such as counseling, hypothermia prevention, and cord care, along with early identification of danger signs and prompt referral, and ensuring exclusive breastfeeding. The fifth package represents an ascending staircase of acuity for small and sick newborns. At the family and community level, thermal care and feeding support are provided for home deliveries. At the outreach and sub-center level, integrated management using the Integrated Management of Neonatal and Childhood Illnesses Protocol and oral antibiotics are used, with a key intervention being injectable gentamicin administered by auxiliary nurse midwives for sepsis, either as pre-referral care or as a complete course when referral is not possible. At the health facility level, Kangaroo Mother Care provides early skin-to-skin contact and feeding support for babies under 2000 grams, supported by full supportive care through newborn stabilization units at block level and special newborn care units at district level. At the very apex, intensive care services through neonatal intensive care units are available at the regional level for assisted ventilation, surfactant use, and surgery. The sixth package extends the horizon of care beyond newborn survival. At the health facility level, this includes newborn screening, management of birth defects through diagnosis and treatment or surgery, and follow-up of high-risk infants for developmental delays. At the outreach and sub-center level, continued integration with district early intervention centers takes place. At the family and community level, screening for birth defects, failure to thrive, and developmental delays occurs, supported by a community feedback loop and mandatory follow-up visits, where babies discharged from special newborn care units are tracked until 1 year of age, and small and low birth weight babies are tracked until 2 years of age. Strategic prioritization shows the relative impact of these intervention packages. Care during labor and childbirth has the highest impact on both neonatal mortality rate and stillbirth rate, followed by care of small and sick newborns, care of healthy newborns in the first week, and immediate newborn care. High coverage of these prioritized packages can prevent 75% of newborn deaths, 33% of stillbirths, and 50% of maternal deaths by 2025. Looking at the trajectory to 2030, India is accelerating towards single-digit mortality. As per the sample registration system data of 2023, the under 5 mortality rate stood at 29, the infant mortality rate at 28, the stillbirth rate at approximately 22, and the neonatal mortality rate at 19, all per 1000 live births. Achieving the national target of single digits, meaning below 10, by 2030 requires a 4.4% accelerated effort, with further refinement expected by state targets in 2035. An honest implementation assessment reveals both strengths and challenges. Among the strengths are that over 80% of districts have functional special newborn care units. There is a clear, quantifiable roadmap with single-digit targets for 2030. A seamless continuum of care exists across all life stages, and there is massive community integration through home-based newborn care and ASHA workers. Among the weaknesses are human resource gaps, particularly Tier 2 and Tier 3 pediatricians and nurses, delays in data tracking at the grassroots level, and out-of-pocket expenditure in private facilities along with rural-urban disparities. Among the opportunities are skilling programs for scaled basic resuscitation training, public-private partnerships to bridge specialized staffing gaps, and digital health initiatives such as electronic health records and telehealth for rural tracking. Among the threats are systemic strains from broader public health crises and macroeconomic shocks that lower institutional deliveries. The overall conclusion is that the success of this framework relies on leveraging digital and private sector opportunities to aggressively outpace human resource and macroeconomic threats. To bring it all together, the India Newborn Action Plan, launched in September 2014 and implemented through the National Health Mission and the RMNCH+A strategy framework, targets a single-digit neonatal mortality rate and stillbirth rate both below 10 by 2030. This roof of ambition is supported by 6 intervention packages, namely preconception and antenatal care, care during labor and childbirth, immediate newborn care, care of the healthy newborn, care of small and sick newborns, and care beyond newborn survival. All of this rests on a solid foundation of equity, gender, quality of care, convergence, partnerships, and accountability. Hope you have understood about the India Newborn Action Plan. If you found this video useful, please watch and share with your friends and colleagues. Thank you.